is I can't stand Meghan McCain. Just like with the tweet yesterday about her pro Israel, because YouTube like to do censorship. I agree with her on this one. Let's get into it. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe, do click the bell. I'd also appreciate it if you haven't to go on patreon.com/JOA. There's about 200 people that didn't sign up that said they were going to sign up. And no, this is my job. I'm not going to look for a job for those of you that are in the comments. And no, I don't take advantage of the government. I'm actually one of the anomalies that didn't apply for unemployment. They actually qualified for it because I have so much pride for that. So patreon.com/JOA. I want you guys to watch this clip and I'll come back with some more.
Meghan, are you comfortable easing up on some of the safety measures as time goes by? Like outside, are you more comfortable without a mask or with a mask? What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, I said this already, I'm double vaccinated and life is normal for me at this point. And the New York Times this morning in their newsletter, which, by the way, when you lose the New York Times on an issue like this, you may be tonally off the mark. They said, quote, saying that less than 10% of COVID transmission occurs outdoors is akin to saying that shark attacks fewer than 20,000 swimmers a year. The actual worldwide number is 150 shark attacks. It's both true and deceiving. The outdoor transmission rates seem to be lower than 1% and maybe below 0.1%. So I think what's confusing for me and many people that are on the other side of this is if we're all vaccinated and the vaccine works, I don't understand the purpose of still wearing masks everywhere outside, like you see our president doing and our vice president doing. I understand that there's different levels of comfort for different people. And again, if you want to wear a mask everywhere you go for forever, that's up to you. You want to stay in your house for forever, that's also up to you. But I think the thing we can't underscore is the amount of trauma that the American public has gone through. I have friends, I've been vaccinated, they are vaccinated, they are still not comfortable being around me, being around anyone inside a restaurant. And I think the messaging has been really bad. And I think you see vaccine hesitancy for a lot of different reasons. But some of it is because it doesn't look like anything in life is going to change. And that's a real problem for the American public. It's a real problem for this country. And I have felt in the past few months since we've been easing up and since I got vaccinated that the way I was raised and the way I view life is completely different and juxtaposed than the way a lot of people on the left view life. I don't think the purpose of life is simply to avoid death. Maybe that's because I had, and trigger warning, I'm going to talk about my dad. I had a dad who avoided death many, many times and told me that life is about rolling the dice and taking the risks and marrow sucking and really living. I am double vaccinated. I'm told by science that I have a less than 2% chance of getting COVID, and if I do, it will feel like the flu. I'm okay going out and living my life in flu season.
So I think I've been pretty much consistent with my messaging. I said this before during the beginning. We were told not to wear a mask. Hell, even Dr. Fauci was on record talking to Mr. Chuck Todd saying there needs to be no masks because people are going to be touching and all the little variants, droplets are going to spread.
People should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection.
And we're told by the U.S. Surgeon General at the time to not wear masks. And so that reason was not because of the lie that we were told that they don't work, because of the lack of PPEs in the hospitals and so on and so forth. Baby, I could have wore a damn shirt. I could have been an Arab today. I could have did this. We don't need a damn mask. I could have wore a bandana. I could have wore X, Y, and Z. So yes, the messaging was off. The messaging was off. Dr. Fauci was off. And at this point, Dr. Fauci is annoying me. I think I'm starting to feel like he's one of those people that just love to be on television, that just loves to be interviewed, that is basically just expanding this narrative of holding the light at the end of the tunnel so he can continuously be featured in magazine, continuously be featured on television, continuously being interviewed on different formats, continuously trying to throw a damn baseball at a damn whatever Yankees game or whatever the game was, and continuously talk about people personal lives, if they can have sex, if they can date, and so on and so forth. We need answers. We don't need general answers from you. Okay, his answering is equivalent to Nene Leakes saying that Bravo made her face discrimination, yet her answers on live with Benjamin Crump, her attorney at the time, was very general. That's the equivalency of Dr. Fauci's answers towards this COVID situation. And, you know, I did the video about him and Jim Jordan getting into it. And at this point, if I was Jim Jordan, I would want to have the feeling of jumping off of that damn podium and slapping the ish out of Dr. Fauci, because he's a waste of time and a waste of space. I'm not taking the vaccine. I saw a chart even on Twitter that says that the southern region is very light, which means that there were minimal people that were taking the vaccine. And that's pretty accurate. You know, I've talked to a female the other day. She's 6 years younger than I am, and she's not taking the vaccine. You know, you have to be an independent thinker. OK, and I personally feel like the media is making this as worse as it really is, like The View. Like, people aren't really scared to go outside. People aren't really scared to go outside without wearing masks. There's a whole bunch of people going outside without wearing masks. There's a whole bunch of people outside with masks. You know, they're living their normal lives and going through their daily activities. And so the media is making this narrative too much, like they make the narrative of the lies that they spew about my people overseas, and they want y'all to be pro-apartheid movement. Yet, you know, this government that I'm in, this country that I live in, part of my tax dollars go to the Israeli government. $3.8 billion of us tax dollars go to a government that really trains people in police departments to do the George Floyd kneeling tactic on American citizens. And that's how that thing was founded. It's from overseas. You know, that's where Derek Chauvin learned that from. All right. His trainee at least taught him that. And that's where it originated from. So, you know, continue to believe what the media spews. Continue to believe the narrative of the media, because the media is the enemy. It can be the enemy. And at this point, I'm just ashamed to be a part of this country. And this is why I really don't like looking at the news, because it pisses me off. And so I don't blame Trump when he says The View and CNN and all these shows are fake news, because they are. Because literally, I know this is going off tangent. This whole issue in Palestine has been in the news sector for a long time, and The View did not even cover it. You know, so they have a narrative, and that narrative is to not to tell the truth. And at this point, I'm just disappointed in everybody and everything. I also want to add, in agreement to Meghan McCain, the messaging is off. Why am I going to take a vaccine when there's literally nothing's going to change whatsoever? When the vaccine is not even 100%, when I'm going to continuously having to wear a mask, which I don't mind. But what I do mind is that I personally feel that they don't know what they're doing. You know, the vaccines aren't still FDA approved. So y'all can take it, and I'm going to, you know, see what happens to y'all and see what happens in the future. And until then, maybe a year from now, or maybe when this COVID situation actually finishes, I'm going to wait until herd immunity actually is activated. And then I'll consider probably taking the vaccine. Or maybe I wouldn't need to take a vaccine at that time and just go through life the way I want to live it. So that's my notion on that. So don't forget to go on patreon.com/JOA to donate your $5 or more monthly. I mean, you guys all promised me. I'm just saying, I did a poll. You guys promised that. Please do subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Please leave me your comments below. Tell me what you think about this whole situation. Deuces. Yay.